So we've talked about 2 all-star promotions that Jon has fought for. I'm now going to mention a third.
Let's hear it.
So, Chris, who's our favorite promoter on this podcast?
Brad Kohler.
Brad Kohler. So Jon goes and fights in a tournament in Minnesota for Ultimate Wrestling, a 4-man tournament.
Not a tournament.
It's not a tournament.
Not a tournament.
So he made you fight twice.
Brian Ebersol calls me up and says, "Hey man, there's fights going on in Minnesota this weekend. Want to go check them out?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "We'll see if we can get somebody." We get up there. Yeah. Kohler's like, "Yeah, I got somebody for each to fight." We go into their hotel room, stand on a bathroom scale. He says, "Okay, I got somebody your size." That's it. Like,
Does he have a name?
Fighting the next day. Like, all right, cool. Get out there. I fight a guy that Ebersol had fought before. I did pretty well. Beat him up on my feet a little bit, and then got a standing guillotine in the first round to finish it.
So let me interject. So his first fight is Dan Hart, a guy that's got 2 victories over Nick Thompson up until this point.
Oh yeah, I've heard of Nick. Go ahead.
Dude, Dan Hart he's got like a 500 record. He's like 8-8, but like I think 9 of his opponents are in the UFC. So go ahead. So his first opponent is Dan Hart, and his second one is Eric Tick. I don't know who he is. So go ahead. I apologize.
Okay, so I go out. I win the first fight. I get a pretty good crowd reaction. They like the Midwest brawler type fighter. So like a crowd react well to me. I go back. I fought before Brian did. So I went back to take my gloves off and help Brian, get ready for his fight. Before I can start peeling the tape off my gloves, Brad Kohler comes waddling over. He says, "Hey man, the crowd really loved you. I'll give you $100 if you fight again." I was like, I don't know, man. I was kind of only thinking about fighting once tonight. And I looked at Brian Everson's like, "If you don't do it, I'll do it." He hasn't even fought yet.
I love it.
Right. So I was like, all right. I was like, okay, I'll do it. He's like, "I guarantee you knock this guy out. If you don't knock him out, I'll give you $400.
I'd have submitted him.
Yeah, that's what I should. I didn't even think about it. I was like, I should just play around with this guy. I should just open him, slap him for 3 rounds. Yeah. Give me $400. But like, I went out there and I hit him once. He went stiff, fell down, and then I jumped on his back and I hit him again, and I broke my thumb. Of course, he didn't have like medical staff or whatever.
I don't believe
that. They had some nurse hanging out. Right?
Nurse, probably
she was probably drinking. Now I think about it. But like, she looked at my thumb. She's like, yeah, you might want to put some ice on it.
Yeah.
It was a clean break. I couldn't move my hand. She's like, yeah, you might want to put some ice on it. That was the end of her medical assistance to my thumb. So luckily, I was a grad assistant. I was a grad assistant with, I think enough time's passed I can talk about this, but I was a grad assistant with Purdue. So I got one of the younger guys to say that I was wrestling with him on Sunday, and I broke my thumb. I had this elaborate story about how I was hitting a high crotch, and I hit his knee and broke my thumb.
Hey, it's the details that make it work. It was a high crotch. You know what I mean? You couldn't just say I was wrestling. Yeah, I was hitting high crotch.
Yeah, it's in the high crotch and I hit the knee, and I thought that's a common injury. That could be a real thing. And so like I got the school paid for it through my school insurance, right? And
thank you.
The end bill was like $7,500.
Oh, well, I'm sure Brad's insurance was up to date.
I was like, for that extra $100,
could have got 4 if you hadn't hit him that last time.